Hey guys, Justin here, Mr. BMW South Africa, and today I've got something very special for you guys. This is a proper lineup, guys. So we've got the F87 BMW M2 Competition and then the F22 BMW M240i. So before we get into these vehicles, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button, like and share with your friends. Also hit that bell notification or bell icon for notifications on more uploads or new uploads. So let's get into these two beautiful black cars. I mean, they just look stunning together, eh? I just want to quickly show you guys the difference between the two vehicles. I know that a lot of you guys actually asked for a comparison between the M2 and the M240. Unfortunately, I don't have a normal M2, only the M2 Competition. I do have, we're not going to drive this one today. I do have a video on the M2 Competition, the sunset orange one. I'll post a link in the description for the BMW M2 Competition. But today we're going to focus and drive more on this M240 because we haven't done an M240 as yet. Starting from the front, you can actually see the difference between these two cars. I mean, this M2 Competition is a proper M vehicle, where this is an M performance vehicle. Guys, the reason I'm doing the comparison between these two cars is to show you how soft this M Performance actually is on the road, how it's actually built to be an everyday sort of vehicle. An M2 is also an everyday vehicle, but this is more of an M Performance vehicle, not built for track purposes. So I'm just going to quickly explain that, show the engines, take the M240 out for a drive, and then we take it from there. So immediately you can see the difference in front. The air scoops over here are much bigger to get more air into the engine as well. By the way, the engines in these two cars are completely different, even though they're both 3-litre straight 6 engines. See, with this one you can see it's much more subtle. Looks like a normal 2 Series with an M Sport package. The only difference is the kidney grille and this over here. That's basically the only difference, and obviously the 2 pipes at the back, but we'll get to the back just now. Just from looking at the cars from this angle, you can immediately see that the M2 is much more, or looks much more aggressive with these bulges or the flared out arches. You'll especially see it at the back, where this one is also, it's quite broad on the sides, but it's very slim compared to the M2. You can immediately see the mirrors as well. These are M mirrors and these are just your normal 2 Series mirrors. Yes, but this black just looks awesome. And of course the M2 Competition wheels, 19-inch wheels, and these are 18-inch wheels on the M240. So the whole driving dynamics of these two vehicles are completely different. This one has a limited slip differential at the back, where this one, you could spec this car with it, but this one does not have a limited slip diff. So this one is a one tire fire. So immediately from the back, you can also see this, guys. I mean, look at this flared arch over here. It really makes this car look muscular. And this over here as well also gives it a wider stance. And of course, the 4-pipe, I mean, you can't argue with that. That just looks insane. And with this carbon fiber wing over here, it just gives this car a different presence on the road. And then when you look at the M240, you can see not a carbon fiber wing, but it's got a small wing. It's got 2 pipes and not a 4-pipe, and you can immediately see it's much slimmer at the back and not as aggressive looking as the M2 Competition, but still a beautiful, beautiful car. I have to be honest, this for every day is such a lovely car. I mean, the difference in speed from 0 to 100 is 0.4 seconds, guys. So if you mess up with that M2 over there, this guy might actually pass you. And both of these vehicles are also rear-wheel drive. Only the new M240 is X-Drive, but we'll get into that at a later stage. Look, guys, it's a coupe, so not really a family vehicle, but I mean, it does have 4 seats and both have proper boot sizes as well. You can actually see here, it's quite big. Really not a small boot space, and then your battery at the bottom. I'll show you the M2 Competition as well, then you can see very similar compared to the M240. So inside, I won't say the cars are the same, but space-wise, they feel very much the same. Obviously, the seats and everything differ, but space-wise, pretty much exactly the same car. And then if you look at this one on the inside, have a look at that, guys. Exactly the same. BMW will always make sure that you could fit at least 2 golf bags in your boot. Well, at least 1 at the end of the day. I mean, if it's a one-person car, then you only need to fit 1, I guess. Right, guys, let me quickly show you the engines of these two vehicles, explain that quickly. So I'm going to start here with the M2 Competition. There we go. So this is the exact same engine as the previous M4 or M3, the F80 M3. So this is a S55 engine from BMW. So it's basically based on the N55. This one has got 302 kilowatts and 550 newton meters of torque, and 0 to 100 in this beast 4.2 seconds, guys. For rear wheel drive, that's very, very quick. Let me quickly show you the M240 engine. Completely different engine. Okay, so this is the M240. So this is a B58 engine. Both are 3-litre straight 6 turbocharged engines. That one is obviously twin turbocharged. This is only one turbocharger, but a twin scroll turbo. 250 kilowatts and 500 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in 4.6 seconds. Claimed on paper, of course. The new M240 also has the same engine, the B58, but just updated a little bit. So it's got more power, but like I said, we'll get into that at a later stage. Let's get into the inside of this vehicle, guys. I'm gonna jump in the back quickly. Just excuse the cars are a bit dusty. If you can see that on the camera, it is very dusty in Secunda. We're really praying for the rain, guys. All right, I'm gonna jump in the back here. Let's see what the space is like. Actually not that bad. Not that bad. I won't say I'll sit here all the way to Cape Town from here, over 1,000 kilometers, but I mean, driving around in town, really not that bad. My head's not hitting the roof or anything. There's a lacquer dent in here as well, so that really helps for that. Yeah, it's actually quite comfortable, I have to be honest, and this is my driving position, so really not that bad, guys. Okay, let's jump in the front and show you some of the tech on this car. You'll obviously see when you look at the other video of the M2, when you click on the link in the description, that the seats obviously are also different. So this is the M Sport seat, but the BMW M2 has, like, or the Competition has a completely different seat. Your normal M2 has the same seats. So the normal M2 is very similar compared to your M240 on the inside. It's only the Competition where they change the seats a little bit to make it more bucketier and sportier at the end of the day. I don't even know if that's a word, guys, but for now it is. All right, in actual fact, guys, I think I'm actually a bit too far back. So if I move a bit forward, there's even more space at the back now. So really, really not bad space. The spec on this car is phenomenal, guys. Not everything is standard, unfortunately. I mean, with this specific vehicle, you can get normal speakers. This one is spec'd with your Harman Kardon. You can get electric seats, but unfortunately, this one is all manual, which is not that bad. I mean, when you have your position, it stays there. And then, of course, your professional navigation is also an option on this vehicle. And obviously everything is touchscreen as well. You do get your connected drive with this car. Everything or connected drive is standard from 2014 or August 2014 upwards with any BMW. So remember to download your My BMW app and connect your car if it's 2014 or newer. All right, let's take this baby out on the road. But before we do that, just listen to this B58 engine at the back. Okay, so driving the BMW M240i. This is the F22. Guys, just excuse if the sound is not that great. Our mic decided to give in this morning, so we are micless at the moment. But in any case, we're still gonna drive the car. Immediately driving this M240, I can immediately feel the smoothness of this car. It's not as firm as that M2, for instance. That M2 is really, I mean, we're driving on pavement here, and that M2 you can literally count the bricks while you're driving, whereas with this it's so comfortable and smooth. And that's the point of an M performance vehicle, is to make the vehicle quick, definitely quick, sometimes as quick as the M or actual M versions, but very comfortable. And I mean, guys, this is so relaxing. This is definitely firmer than a normal 220i, for instance, but for an M240, for a car with this performance, it's really stunning how quiet this car is. I mean, we've got a 3-litre straight 6 engine. You don't even hear any noise, or you don't even hear engine noise when you're driving in comfort. We will put it in sport just now, and then we can maybe hear a little bit of a difference. Guys, so the main difference also between this and the M2, obviously this is 1 turbocharger, M2 Competition 2 turbochargers, but it's also the gearbox. So with the M240, your previous generation 1 Series Coupe, the 135, you did get the dual clutch transmission, whereas with this one it's an 8-speed ZF gearbox, and your M2 Competition is also a 7-speed DCT dual clutch transmission, so that also makes a big difference. Your new M240, oh yes guys, we wanted to do the new M240, but because the mic gave in, we decided just to do some B-rolls of the new M240 and this M240 just as a comparison. But these two cars, this one and the G42 M240, have the exact same engine. Not the exact same engine, but both B58 engines. The newer one is just an updated version. Guys driving, let's put our foot down quickly. Guys, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people laugh at me when I tell them this, but I personally prefer this car to an M2 Competition or an M2 in general for everyday driving. I mean, you're going to have the exact same amount of fun. You can kick the tail out if you want to. You can really enjoy this car and still be comfortable. Look, that M2 is okay, but it's going to break your back after a while. Put it into Sport Plus so long. So Sport Plus gives you a little bit of slip on your wheels, so it doesn't take the traction completely off, but it gives you a bit of slip to play around a little bit and to kick that bum out just a little and still be sort of safe. But remember guys, when momentum takes over, if you go too fast, then traction control also doesn't work, eh? Okay, so in sport, let's see if we hear a difference. Definitely louder, definitely. This car moves. Look, it doesn't give you that confidence that the M2 Competition gives you. That's definitely that I'm sure about, because this car does bounce around a little bit because it doesn't have that M suspension and all of that. It is M Sport suspension, but it's not exactly the same, guys. You can feel it. It starts getting bumpy and twitchy at a certain speed, but still play with this car nonetheless. Really a fun drive. Let's see if we can go around this corner a little bit sideways. Just a little. Let's see if we can do it again. Okay. Yeah guys, so that's basically the M240 compared to the M240, the new one, and compared to the M2 Competition in a nutshell, guys. I mean, you have to really come and experience this car, so you have to come and visit me at BMW Secunda and experience these vehicles, guys. It is really so much fun, and there's so much more I can teach you about these cars. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button, like and share with your friends, and also hit the links in the description below so that you guys can also see the other videos, the M2 Competition on the road. And yeah, no, thank you very much guys. Have a lucky day, stay safe, peace.